to Kendrick, J. Cole bowed the fuck out immediately as the gates opened, you know?
Right.
So the thing is like the only reason it was interesting and was the back and forth that it was is just because there was bad blood there. Not because like we knew Drake had the same capacity of pen that Kendrick did. And the thing is like going forward, it seems like there's like less and less incentive, you know, in terms of like where the battle lines have been drawn for artists who actually are, you know, lyrically talented to be going at each other in that way, because in the current hip hop paradigm, that's like friendly fire. You know, you're shitting on somebody who's actually bringing artistry to the like. Could you ever envision a state in which like Kendrick and Vince Staples or Kendrick and Schoolboy Q are like destroying each other on tracks? No, because they like actually appreciate each other as artists. You know, like where Kendrick and where I think a lot of people are drawing these battle lines is not between like who's the best lyrical rapper, but like who's contributing to the culture in a way that they view as artistic, and who's just merely kind of using it for commercial gain.
But I
Which I
think it's
mean,
always been that.
I think says something.
I agree with you. I don't because I don't think that these things were ever like always determined by who was the most lyrical. You know, like even again, just going back to Jay-Z and Nas for an example, Takeover and Ether. Um, I don't Takeover is by far the better lyrical record if you're just talking pound for pound lyrics. Ether struck an emotional chord and really made you feel something in the way that Jay didn't, or really made the people feel something. But I think you're right in the point that this was about intention. Like, who are you as an artist? Who do you authentically show up as? What is your intention? And because that's what really resonates with people. And I think somewhere along the line, Drake lost that, because there was something that Drake, like, you know, I don't want to have revisionist history either. There was something that Drake absolutely gave us throughout his career that resonated with us, that it made us feel something, that made us root for him. And that, you know, I just think maybe been the number one guy for too long and lost the plot, or something like that. But he got exposed and maybe lost what got him here. And Kendrick took advantage of that. But it's always about intention. And I think these battles is always about not who's lyrically better, but who can make people feel something. You know what I mean?
Also, I don't want to go too far left into the battle because we've dissected it to death to some people, but I do want to say we got to remember it was close. In the eyes of the public, there may be people who are like most of us probably saw where it was going to go, but when Drake dropped Push-Ups, even when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, it wasn't public consensus this is over. So like to Rob's point, it might not have been lyrical bar for bar, pen for pen, Euphoria and Push-Ups, but there was a moment where there's articles where people are like, it was over. You know, Drake, Billboard dropped an article. I think it was like Drake won no matter what. You know, Euphoria. It's like, so we got to look back and remember that after Push-Ups, people were like, holy shit, Taylor made Push-Ups. Is Kendrick ever going to reply? Fat Joe, back to Fat Joe, said it was over. He said, it's been 2 weeks. Where's Kendrick?
Well, that's why Fat Joe said this is the worst year ever. All his takes been
Fat
wrong.
Joe.
1 second applause for Fat Joe's wrong takes.
But yeah, I think it's cool.
I wanted to ask Rob, like,
well, real quick, I want to introduce returning champion. Yeah. Looks like he's.
wait, give him a second. He's eating something. He's
mid dinner.
I wanted to ask Rob really quick. What was that time? What's that time period specifically for you where you feel like Drake was like at the peak of like resonating with the audience and with the culture and so on and so forth? Because, you know, for me, that's like kind of cloudy. And I know this is like kind of different eras and different wings of the genre, but like I can't recall a time where all of hip hop was fully in Drake's corner. Like I remember like in the initial stages of his career, it was really kind of like the old head wing of the genre that was like, you know, Drake's the type of guy, he cries, he's soft, he's that and the other thing. And it was really kind of like the younger listeners who were really like into his stuff and appreciating him for what he did. But now it sort of seems like, you know, there was kind of a certain type of hip hop fan, maybe with more of sort of a progressive mindset in terms of like what the genre could or should encompass, that I feel like he's even kind of lost their faith at this point. And now even they've kind of turned against him, especially in the midst of this battle. So I was kind of wondering like, what
Yeah.
that time period you feel it is, where he was like really kind of like had the most people on his side, I guess.
Real quick, Rob. I do want to finish introducing.
Okay, now he's done chewing. He's done chewing.
He's ready to opine. Got returning champion. If you haven't checked out, is Bigger Than Diddy. His latest phenomenal thing.
Video
co-starring one Justin Hunt.
9-second applause to FD Signifier.
Oh, get it. Yeah, get another bite in.
Trying to see if I can chew this fry down in 9 seconds.